and welcome back to my educational channel.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. I am so excited. Because we are on Read Aloud Friday. And I am super excited because today is the day that I am going to be reading a story. And for the persons in the chat that want to come up and read their story too, you can just leave a comment in the chat. And I will go through them.
Okay. And of course, I am Deborah K. And I'm sitting in with your beautiful host, Jaynae Gordon.
And you are on this Nature's Educational Channel.
Alright guys, you're all welcome to Read Aloud Friday. And of course, we're reading today for a brighter tomorrow. Alright? And what Dijonae is going to be starting off Read Aloud Friday with this afternoon is that she's going to be reading one of her favorite stories.
One of my favorite stories.
And of course,
Tonya's New World.
And of course, her uncle gave her this book. Alright, so she's going to start reading. So in this book, you have more than one story. And of course, what's amazing about this book is that when you look at the back, it has a
glossary.
And of course, it helps you to learn words and their meaning.
Yes.
So if you are reading in this book and you come upon a word that you don't know what it is about, you can just turn around and then you will see what those words are about. All right? With no further delay, the story that she will be starting with this afternoon is
a beginning.
All right?
All right. A beginning. Finally, the day was here. Tonya had waited a long time. Her mother drove the car through the big gates. This was Aloud University. Only university in the world for deaf and hard of hearing students. People were laughing and talking with their hands everywhere. Students were taking bags from their cars to the dorm buildings. People were throwing a disc across the grass. 3 girls rode bicycles. It looked like any other college campus. Oh, Mom, Tonya said in her slow, careful speech. It's beautiful. Yes, it is, her mother said. It will be a good place for you. Let's find your room. Then we can get something to eat before I drive back to Dijonae. Tanya's room was in Fuller Hall. All freshmen lived there. The room was bigger than Tanya's room at home. It was already full of someone's things. Clothes and shoes were strewn across the beds. Boxes blocked the closets. Bags of potato chips and pretzels covered a desk. Tonya stood at the door, not sure what to do. Suddenly, a dark-haired girl came out from behind the door. They smiled at each other. The girl waved and shook Tonya's hand. Tonya waved back. The girl's fingers spelled her name, A-L-I-A. Then she pointed to her mom and spelled mom. Elisa smiled and almost fell over a box. She was signing with her hands all the time. Tonya didn't understand what Elisa was saying. She didn't know enough sign language. Elisa saw the confused look on Tonya's face. She took out some paper and wrote, "Do you sign?" "Not much." Tonya wrote back. "Do you speak?" "Not much," Elisa scribbled. "I'm glad we have some paper," wrote Tonya. Elisa smiled. The two girls unpacked. Tonya took one side of the room and Elisa took the other. They, they each had a bed, a desk, a bookshelf, a dresser with 5 drawers, and a closet. Elisa had a lot of things. Tonya was amazed that Elisa found a place for everything. All day, Elisa practiced reading Tanya's lips, and Tanya practiced sign language. Mostly, they wrote notes to each other. In the evening, Tanya's mother took the girls out for pizza. When it was time to leave, she hugged Tanya. "Work hard," she said. "Take care of yourself. I miss you." Then she drove away. Tanya stood in front of her dorm, waving goodbye. She felt a little scared. She was by herself now, a college girl. The end.
So that was the end of the first story by Jaynae Gordon. And of course, that was a wonderful story. And that story was about a
A
beginning.
beginning.
And it was about Tanya's new world. All right. Let us look in the chat. We have some wonderful persons with us. Let's see who they are. All right. So we have,
Whole new perspective.
and she is
Saying,
saying,
"Hello, I'm here, but my internet is going in and out. Much love."
thank you so very much
Thank
for
you so
coming, Miss
much.
Perspective. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you being here. We also have the Dynamic Lady girls saying Happy
Happy Friday,
Friday.
everyone.
We also have,
Yard food. And she's saying, "Good afternoon to the princess and the queen in the house." Yard food, we love when you say that.
welcome Miss Yard's Food. We love you all. And of course, she said thumbs up. Thank you so very much for that wonderful thumbs up. And of course, we have
Whole
whole
new
new.
perspective saying hi to Yard food.
So she's greeting right here. Miss Yard's Food is also saying,
Happy Friday, everyone.
and All New is also greeting the Dynamic Lady girls. And of course, we love you, Miss Perspective. We also have Miss Yard's Food sending some blessings. We have All
Whole new
New saying,
perspective saying nice story. Thank
thank
you.
you.
And she's sending some clap emojis.
Aww. And Miss
Miss
Yards
Yard
is
food.
also saying,
It was short and spicy.
thank you, Miss
Thank
Yards.
you.
All right. So the next one that Dijonae is gonna be reading is about, we're still in Tanya's new world.
Tanya's new world.
And the next one that we're going to be reading is
Learning the language.
learning the language.
Alright. Okay. Learning the language. The next month was a whirlwind for Tanya. Everything was new, the people, the place, and the classes. Even the language was new. Tanya was learning to sign. It was like a new world to her. Tanya was a good student, so she learned quickly. While growing up, Tanya's mother taught her to speak instead of using sign language. Tanya learned cued speech. It uses speech, lip reading, and hand signs. Tanya learned to speak by copying. Her mouth said a word. Tanya watched her mother's mouth. Then Tonya moved her mouth the same way. She also felt her mother's throat and face. She tried to make the same vibrations. Tonya never heard the words, so each one took hours of practice. But Tonya was smart and wanted to do it. The more she learned, the faster she learned. Tonya learned to read other people's lips too, but lip reading is hard. Many words look the same. For example, man, tan, and van look the same. So do mare, pear, and bear. Tanya could read about half of the words people spoke. For the words, she thought about what fits in the sentence, and sometimes she guessed. Cued speech was helpful for Tanya. A speaker can use cued speech to help deaf people understand. Special hand signs tell the letters spoken. Deaf people know the letters when they see the hand signals. Tanya was glad she could lip read and use cued speech. She could communicate with hearing people. She spoke their language, English. That was changing now. Tanya took classes every week in American Sign Language, ASL. The teachers in her other classes signed too. Tanya learned quickly from all of them. She also had long talks with Alyssa that was good practice. Alyssa had learned to sign when she was very young. She used her whole body to communicate. It was beautiful to watch her sign, and she was a great friend and teacher. Sometimes, like when her mother visited, Tanya spoke aloud and used cute speech, but at school with her new friends, she signed. They could understand her signs. She didn't have to speak. She didn't worry that her words sounded funny or slow. Tanya felt like part of a community of people who spoke the same language. The end.
Wow. So you realize she usually watched the lips, and of course, as they said,
And she do signs.
and she.
Do signs.
So also, it was a little bit difficult sometimes for her to read the lips, right?
Yeah.
Because as you heard, the word man,
Tan and van look the same.
when she's reading the lips, why they are the same? They have the same ending sound.
Yes.
It's just the first letter that gives a different sound. They are rhyming words.
Yes.
And rhyming words, they have the same ending sound. So you will hear the an, an, an. And also for pear and bear,
and mare.
they have the same ending sound. They are rhyming words as well. So you see, it would be difficult. So if you don't know letter sound either, you can't read lips. I know you're going to hear what persons are saying to you. It was difficult, but then she was a brilliant girl. So as I said, this book is about Tanya's world. And of course, let's see, I think All New is asking if
Do you do any sign language?
no, Dijonae doesn't do sign language.
No, I can speak. I'm not a deaf person.
And of course, Miss Yards, she's saying.
Same here with the internet. I don't know why it's been in and out.
All right, we are still happy that you are here. And Miss,
Whole new perspective is saying, yes, lip reading is hard.
it's a bit hard.
A bit hard.
It's a bit hard, but
It's a bit hard.
she's deaf, but at least she could still communicate a little,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And of course, persons have different ways of communicating. Some would do body language, some would do signing.
Yep.
There are different ways.
Yeah. And she also took classes every week in American Sign Language.
All right, so she would normally attend classes at American Sign Language. And of course, Tonya was seen as a brilliant little girl to her teacher. And of course, we have Clement here, and Clement is saying to us,
Greetings, host and everyone. Welcome, Clement.
Mega welcome to you, Clement. Thank you for joining us on Read Aloud Friday. We are coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. And of course, I am Deborah K. I am Dijonae's mother.
And she is sitting here with her beautiful daughter, Dijonae Educational Channel. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave your notification bells on, and leave a comment and also remember so if you do not want to miss any other videos, make sure that you hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I go live or when I upload a new video.
And also, guys, let's see what's going on here. All New is saying,
blessings, Clement.
And of course, she's greeting Clement. And Clement is saying,
thank you very much, Jamaica.
And Clement is also saying,
what an intelligent daughter. Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, if you're new to this channel, all right, Dijonae would normally go live on a Tuesday,
where I do vocabulary building. On a Wednesday, not only do I do games, but I do educational games. On a Thursday, we do Maths Hour with Mommy. And on a Friday, back to this, we do Say It With Me, Mommy, Read Aloud Friday. So everyone can come on screen and read their stories, and we can also tell you what we learned from the stories or heard from the stories.
And of course, this is an opportunity for persons to come on in and to share with the entire world.
Yes.
All right. And guys, please be reminded that over here we are loving family because we work together. All right. And of course, Clement is also saying, all new perspective, blessing to you. And of course, he is also greeting. All right. And of course, we are going to do another story. If you are just joining in, over here we say, education is the most powerful missile to change the world. Remember, you are live on Dijonae Educational Channel. All right. And of course, we are reading from Tanya's New World. All right. So now we have a story, and this story is about
the basketball team.
The basketball team. All right. Who are the persons here who love to play basketball? Love to watch basketball?
Who are the persons who love to play basketball, watch basketball, who loves to play basketball?
Let's see.
Let's see.
All right. Well, let's hear.
We have whole new perspective saying beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, the story is about the
basketball team. Tonya was getting good at signing. She loved to talk. Her favorite subject was basketball. She was on the basketball team, and she was very excited about it. One day, Tonya put up a new poster on the wall. Elisa came into the room. She stomped her foot and flashed the light so that Tonya knew she was there. Tonya turned to look. Who's that? Elisa asked, pointing to the poster. That's Rhonda Jo Miller, number 23. She's the best player the school ever had. Do you play with her? No, Tonya. She already finished school, but she has more records than any other player in the school. What records? Asked Elisa. She has 3 records for scoring the most points in one game, in one season, and in her career. Is that all? Asked Elisa. No, she also had the most blocks and the most rebounds in all 3 categories. In one game, in one season, and in her career, said Tonya. See? Tonya pointed to a chart of numbers taped near the poster. The numbers were Rhonda's records. The points are 20, 47 for her game and 790
And 90 for the season. And for the
rebounds.
rebounds,
She has 27 for the game and 407 for the season. As for the blocks, she has 9 for the game and 121 for the season. Elisa looked at the numbers. That's impressive, she said. I want to play like Rhonda Jo, Tonya said. Do you think I can do it? Maybe, said Elisa. Or you can set a new record. What record? Asked Tonya. Rhonda Jo doesn't have any records for 3-pointers, Elisa said. She has more records than anybody else, said Tonya. She doesn't need any more records. I know, but you could try something different, like the 3-point record. That's a hard shot to make. Sorry, said Elisa. I didn't know you wanted an easy record to break. That's not fair, Tonya sighed. Her hands were strong and insistent. Just kidding, Elisa smiled. Elisa looked at the poster. Look at Rhonda, she said. She loves what she is doing. She looks happy. Of course she's happy, said Tonya. She's playing basketball. Elisa gave her a funny look. Maybe that is the record you should try to get. You could be the happiest player on the team. You could be the player who loves basketball the most. Tonya went to practice later. She thought about what Elisa had said. Maybe it was better to play just because she loved to play. Doing her best was the most important thing. She might not break records, but she could do her best for each game, each practice, and each shot. Why worry about the next 4 years of games? But Tonya knew she would try for the 3-point record. The end.
wow, that was a wonderful story. That was a wonderful story. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Of course, we have in the chat some other persons who join us. And of course, we have all news saying.
I will watch basketball. Okay.
We also have Clement saying, I visited you, all new, all right. So we're meeting and greeting right there. And of course, we have the Dynamic Diddy Girls welcoming you, Clement, to our Read Aloud Friday. And of course, we also have all new saying, thank you, Clement. I will visit you also. So amazing. And of course, we have Marlon here with us.
New guy.
And of course, he is an awesome non-content creator. And of course, we're happy to have you over here. And guys, for the other persons that you see in the chat, of course, they're all content creators. So feel free to go ahead and visit each other while you listen to this beautiful story reading by your beautiful host, Dijonae. Remember that you are live coming from Kingston, Jamaica. Dijonae
Digital
Gardens
Garden
educational
Educational
channel.
Channel.
And of course, Marlon is greeting Dijonae and the chats. All right, thank you very much, Marlon. And of course, Onu is saying hello to you, Marlon. Clement is saying,
What a great reader you are, young girl. Thank you.
thank you so very much. And of course, we have Onu saying,
That was a wonderful story. Thank you.
and Clement is also saying,
Whole new perspective. Okay, thanks. The dynamic beauty girls. Thank you and greetings, and I will be in your house.
okay, thank you so very
Okay.
much, Clement. And of course, you will definitely see the Dynamic Lady Girls. All right. So, guys, thank you very much. And remember now, guys, to hit that thumbs up button. Also, feel free to join Dijonae's membership. It is also open. And of course, our super sticker, our super chat, they are all active. And of course, she's also available for super thank you. All right. Thank you so very much for making it Dijonae's educational channel. If you are just joining in, Dijonae is giving you some lovely story from a book that she got from her uncle, because you know Dijonae, one of her hobby is reading. She enjoy
Reading.
readings a lot. All right, and of course her uncle added to her collection Tony's New World, and of course she is sharing some of the story with you. And in the book that she's reading, it has five beautiful stories,
Yes.
and of course she is going to do another one for you, and this one is about going
Going
home.
home.
All right, and of course Marlon is also saying, oh,
Whole new perspective. Blessings. So, whole new perspective. Marlon Newby is sending blessings to you.
all right, and of course this story is about
Going
getting,
home.
oh, going home.
Home.
You know, sometimes when we are out there on the road, we just want to get home, right?
Get home.
Because you know we think home is one of the most safest place for us to be, right?
Yes.
So I think that is what Tonya is saying right here. But
Yeah.
let's see what's going on in the story,
Yeah.
right? Let's see what it is about.
That's what it's about.
And of course we have
Whole
on
new
you saying,
perspective saying this is a great book.
yes,
Thank
it is. It
you.
is an awesome
It
book.
is.
It is giving you
What?
a little of Tanya's life story, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's see what going home is about.
Yeah.
We're just assuming that maybe Tanya finished studying and she's going home. Maybe she's going home after practice.
Maybe she's going home to spend the rest of her life
At her home. All
at
right.
her
Let's see what
home.
it is about.
Yeah. Going home. Winter vacation finally came. Tonya was ready for it. She was tired. She wanted to see her mom in Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. Tonya had been busy with classes and basketball. She hadn't emailed home very often. Now she and her mom could spend time together, but Tonya felt strange at home. She felt out of place. She was glad to be there, but she missed her friends. She missed being around so many deaf people. Tonya emailed Alyssa every day, and Alyssa emailed Tonya funny stories. Tonya also got emails from the basketball players. The team was playing well so far. Everyone wanted to practice even during vacation. When Tonya wasn't on the computer, she played ball. She played on the driveway. She practiced her 3-point shot and her free throw. When it was cold, she wore more clothes. She missed the big warm gym at school. One day, Tonya stomped her foot and slashed the lights at her mom. What are you doing? Her mother asked. I wanted to get your attention, Tonya said. Then you can say my name. What's the problem? Asked Tonya. The problem is that I have a name and you can say it. Sorry, said Tonya. That's okay. What did you want? Forget it, said Tonya, a little, a little bit pouty. Wait a minute, said Mom. I want you to understand me. I like it when you say my name. I miss it. You used to talk to me, but now you flash the lights and stomp your feet at me. Now, even at home, you don't talk. It's too quiet around here. Tanya couldn't believe it. Too quiet? Her mom should try being this. Then she would know quiet. Tanya looked at her mother and shrugged. I'm going outside to play ball, she said. Tanya was rough with the ball. She didn't dribble or shoot well. She was mad. Sometimes she thought, Mom doesn't understand that I'm this. She wants me to act like a hearing person, but I can't hear. She bounced the ball, jumped, and threw it at the hoop. She thought it would hit the rim and bounce back. The ball hit the rim and teetered for a second. Then it went through the net. Tanya looked to see where her feet were. It was a 3-point shot. She stopped thinking about her mother. Now she was more interested in making the shot again. The end.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome story, huh? It is telling us a little of everything about Tanya. And of course, if you just join in, you know that Tanya is a what type of person? She is a deaf girl. Uh-huh. And of course, she would normally communicate to the persons around her by signing or reading the lips. But at times, it is so difficult for her to read the lips because, she tends to be mixing up the rhyming words. And what are rhyming words? They have the same last sound like batan, patan.
Fat.
Mm-hmm. So they all end with the at. All right. So, guys, it is just a wonderful evening reading for you on Read Aloud Friday. And of course, we have Marlon, and this is what Marlon said.
Dijonae, you warm my heart. Your reading of the stories remind me of Nickelodeon movies. Okay, okay.
Ah, so awesome. We also have Miss Perspective saying,
I have enjoyed listening to Dijonae read tonight. It's been very relaxing. Ooh, what a great reader. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Miss O'Neill. And of course, have yourself a blessed weekend. We're happy that you were able to sit back, relax, and enjoy what is taking place here on Dijonae Gardens Educational Channel. And of course, we have Marlon saying,
Dynamic Baby Girls, blessing.
blessing to you.
So, Dynamic Baby Girls, Marlon Newby is sending blessings over to you.
Oh, and we appreciate that. And of course, the Dynamic DD girls, they're also sending some blessing to you, Miss Perspective. Guys, we're happy to have you all over here, and this is just a wonderful moment. And of course, DJ is sharing with you. Why? Because we say over here, education is the most
powerful mission to change the world.
And we're here because we are reading for a writer
tomorrow.
All right, and remember that, guys, over here on a Tuesday, we do vocabulary building because first you have to know your vocabulary before you can even start reading sentences. And from sentences, put it to paragraphs, and from paragraphs to stories. All right? So for you to be a great writer, a great reader, you must be able to develop your vocabulary. And of course, over here, it's just an awesome feeling to know that we have persons who are watching us from all over the world. And it is just a blessing to be a blessing to you. All right? And of course, we have another story coming to you from
Another Beginning.
Tanya's World, and it is about another beginning. All right? So let's see what this is about.
Another Beginning, Tanya went back to school. She was glad to be there, but she was sad that she and her mother were at odds. Maybe they would talk again next week after the basketball game. She was still thinking about it when Elisa came in. Elisa put down two huge suitcases. Then she told Tanya about her vacation. Her hands signed quickly, and Tanya enjoyed the story. It was good to be back. The first week at school passed quickly. Tanya spent most of her free time in the gym. Saturday's game was important. Many players were practicing extra, and then it was the, and then it was game time. The tip-offs went well. Gala Jet got the ball first and scored in just 30 seconds, but the players from Mary Washington played hard. At the end of the first half, the score was 38-32. Galanet was winning, but the score was close. In the second half, Tanya spied her mom in the bleachers. She was sitting near Alisa. Tanya nodded to them both. Then she sat down on the bench. She hadn't played that much yet. The score was close. The coach was keeping in the older players, the starters, as much as possible. But they were getting tired now, and one player fouled out. With 5 minutes left, Tanya went into the game. Tanya got the ball, but in the first minute, she was inside the three-point line, and she was by herself. She had to try. The ball bounced off the rim, and the other team got it. Tanya ran quickly to the other end of the court. Mary Washington's players were already there. They took a shot and made 2 more points. Now, Mary Washington was winning. The teams ran to the other end of the court. The Galanet players passed the ball many times. The Mary Washington players were running everywhere, and they didn't think anyone would throw the ball to Tanya. She was far outside the three-point line, but someone did throw it to Tanya. Tanya threw the ball at the hoop. This time it felt good. She knew it would go in. The ball went through the net. Tanya could not hear the crowd cheering and stomping, but she could see it and she could feel it. The whole gym was vibrating. Tanya was pumped out now. She had just made her first three-point shot. Only 196 more shots to break the school record. After the game, Tanya saw her mom talking to some other parents. Her back was to Tanya. Tanya waited for her to turn around, but she was too busy talking. Tanya walked to her mom. She could still feel the vibration of the floor. For a few seconds, everyone had stopped for her. Stomping was great. It felt so good to Tanya. Then she had a thought. Maybe her mom felt great when Tanya said her name. Tanya stopped walking. "Mom," she said. Her mom didn't turn around. "Mom," Tanya said loudly. "Mom!" Her mother turned and gave Tanya a big smile. She ran over to Tanya and hugged her. "We won," Tanya said slowly and carefully. "And I made my shot." Tanya's mother surprised her. She sighed as she spoke. "I saw. Did you feel me stopping?" Tanya thought that maybe she had. The end.
Wow, that was the end of a wonderful story. That was just a story from Tanya's book.
New World.
And the name of the book is Tanya's New World. And of course, for the persons who just came on, Tanya is deaf. And when somebody is deaf, they are not able to hear.
Here.
All right? So, in order for them to communicate with her, they had to ensure that they sign I, I think it's love, you, and of course, they had to do a little of that. And of course, that is how Tanya would communicate to her friends. And of course, she went to 1 and 2 classes, yes. And of course, that is it for her. But her favorite game was what? Basketball. And of course, she was just an amazing little girl. She was just an amazing little girl.
Amazing little girl.
It was just an amazing story, reading, listening, and trying to understand her life. What it was like to be a special child, yes, in a home where her parents couldn't hardly understand what she was. I don't know what to say, guys. I know a little.
I know a lot. Yes, I know a lot.
Alright? And of course, let's run over to the chat. And of course, Marlon said,
Clement, blessings.
and of course, Clement is also saying thank you to you, Marlon. And of course, Clement is saying,
How old is your daughter? I am 9 years old.
She's 9 years old. And he's sending you some claps. And of course, Clement is also saying,
nice one.
Thank you. And of course, she is 9. Of course, we also have the Moya's Way. Welcome on in the Moya's Way. We're happy to have you. Thank you for watching us right here from Kingston, Jamaica.
Yeah.
And of course, we also have Marlon, and Marlon is saying,
hello, Moya's Way.
We also have Moya's Way saying,
hey, Marlon. And Marlon is saying, great job, Dijonae. Thank you, Marlon. The Moya's Way is saying, Clemens, happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Clemens is saying, you're very fluent for 9 years. Well done. Thank you. And sending a clap emoji. Marlon is saying, wow, she even doing the sign languages. The Moya's Way is saying, thanks for welcoming me. You're welcome, the Moya's Way.
And of course, guys, we have a little question and answer section. So, guys, in order for you to participate in this section, we're asking you please to send your answer in the chat. All right? So, you know that this is a little story that Dijonae will be reading for you. And of course, she has a few questions. And of course, the story that she will be reading is about
the kitchen.
All right, for the persons who love to go to the kitchen.
Woohoo!
Just put up your hand for me now.
I love to go to the kitchen.
If you love to be in your kitchen, please to raise your hand. And of course, Dijonae loves to eat. So you see, she's putting her hand up.
So I love to eat, so I always go
And
to
of course, I am a mommy, so, and she can't cook that. So I have to go in the kitchen. So I have to put up my hand.
Hold on. I cook. She made me cook on my channel, so she cannot say that I do cook.
I didn't say you don't cook, you know. I said I have to be the mommy. I have to supervise the process.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah. I have to make sure that whenever she's in the kitchen, I supervise. You see, I'm a careful mommy over here. All right? No accident. We don't want it to happen over here. And of course, we have Marlon, and Marlon is saying, No, we have Clement saying at Marlon and at Moya Way, I will visit you. All right. So of course, Marlon is not a content creator, but Marlon is a great supporter. All right. So of course, we also have
The
Moya
Moya's
Way saying
waiting.
thank
Thanks,
you, Clement.
Clement.
And guys, please be reminded to return maybe a day or two after, please. All right.
Alright, now we have Marlon saying, Clement, just leave a comment and I will drive you.
Which is right. I love that, Marlon.
Marlon is also saying, I am not a content creator.
Aww, so sweet of you. Alright, so sweet of you. And of course, guys, we're gonna go right into this one, and this one is about the kitchen. The kitchen.
No, I have a rap about that. This is about the kitchen. Everybody just this is about the kitchen. Everybody just dance and shout out. I really love you, so watch out.
This one is about the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hey. See, my daughter is very talented and she's doing it on the spot something. Yeah. You only get this over here on Dijonae's educational channel. You see, right in the classroom, right here, she's doing an on-spot beat rhythm. Yeah, that's my girl, Dijonae. Yeah.
Ah, ah.
All right, guys, mega welcome to you. Mega welcome to all the persons who are in the back, for the persons who are in the chat. We are coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. I am Deborah K. I am Dijonae's mother. And of course, I am sitting in with your beautiful host.
Listening to the Gordon, and you are on listening to the Gordon's educational channel.
And of course, Marlon is saying, I am a
I'm a
chef.
chef. Ooh, maybe
So we have Chef Marlon in the building. And of course, we also have Moya Way saying,
talented, love the vibes.
thank you. And of course, we're going to go right into this one. And of course, remember, this story is about the kitchen.
This is the kitchen. We keep food in the kitchen. We cook food in the kitchen too. This is the refrigerator. We keep food in the refrigerator. The fridge makes the food cool. This is a big pot. Mommy cooks soup in the big pot. This is a stove. We cook food on the stove. The stove makes the food hot. This is the table. We sit at the table. We eat our food at the table. This is the sink. We wash the pots and pans in the sink. Alright, now we have some questions.
Now is the question and answer time. Alright, and of course, this story was telling you all about what they have in their kitchen. So they said, they introduced the kitchen to you. They said they have a fridge.
Yes.
They said they have a pot.
They have a stove. They have a table, and they have a sink.
And they have a sink. And of course, Marlon is saying she
is so bubbly.
And of course, the first question is,
what do we do in the kitchen?
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 What do we do in the kitchen? Send your answers in the chat. Send your answers in the chat. If you know, type your answers in the chat. Okay. I see the dynamic girls. The dynamic beauty girls are saying, we cook in the kitchen. Great job!
So based on the story, it said we cook in the kitchen, we store our food in the kitchen.
Yes.
All right, what else they do in the kitchen? They eat around their table in the kitchen. They wash dishes in the sink in the kitchen. And of course, they cook big soup
Big
pots
soups.
in the kitchen. All right,
Alright.
they said,
What do we keep in a fridge?
what do we keep in a fridge? What do they keep in a fridge?
Okay.
And Clement is saying,
Mine a new bike. Oh, really? Okay. And Marlon is
so we
saying,
cook in the kitchen.
good
Marlon is
job.
also saying, prepare
Prepare food.
food.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a new one.
And of course, we have the dynamic
Dynamic
lady
girl
girl
saying,
saying,
we keep food kinds in the fridge.
so what do we do with the fridge? So when we cook that big pot, and we don't want any more, of course, we store the food in the fridge, and then we warm it in the microwave, or we warm it back on the stove, right? Or what we do whenever we go to the market, we would normally put all of those lovely fresh fruits and vegetables in the fridge.
Fridge.
So the fridge is there for more than one purposes, right? We also use the fridge to get ice
Yes, yeah, ice.
and to get icicle juice
Ooh, I love that.
and to keep things. Let me see. We have
Clemens,
Clement saying,
and Clemens is saying, Marlon, you're a chef. Do you have a channel for your cooking?
Marlon doesn't have a channel. Marlon, do you have a channel?
Marlon, do
Marlon
you
is
have
a
a channel?
non-content creator. So I don't think he has a cooking channel.
No. Oh, and here goes Marlon. Here goes Marlon. Marlon is saying no, Clemens. Hence why I'm not a content creator. We were right.
All right, you guys are just awesome. You guys are just awesome.
All right. Why do we keep food in a fridge?
And of course, we just answer it for it to stay a little longer, right?
For it to keep cold.
They said for it to keep cool. All right. Why do we keep food in the fridge? That's why we just answer that one.
What does mommy cook in the big pot? What does mommy cook in the big
What
pot?
does mommy cook in the big pot? And of course, they said mommy cooks soup in the big pot. Alright?
It's a simple in the answer, mommy.
Aww. I was
It's
just
okay.
trying to answer the question. Sorry.
It's okay.
And of course, we are Marlon saying,
The,
Clement saying, Marlon, okay. And Moya Way, I will visit you. Aww.
yeah.
And of course, Moya Way will definitely return. Alright? And of course, the next question is,
Why do we cook food on a stove? Don't give them the answer, mommy.
and of course, guys, the stove was made for that purpose, huh? To make the food hot.
To make the food hot.
Alright, so they told us that we cook on a stove and the stove makes the food hot. Alright?
Why? What do we do at the table in the kitchen?
And of course, they told us that we sit around the table, and of course, that's where we have our meal.
Meals.
Alright, so we eat around the table.
Mommy, you said the answer again. What do we wash in the kitchen sink?
What do we wash in the kitchen sink? And of course, here They said in the story that they washed their pots,
and their pens.
and of course, those are the things that they did in the sink. And of course, we have
The
meeting
boys,
and greeting going on in the chat, and we're happy that you guys are able to meet and greet. We also have the Moya
boys
way,
way.
and of course, she's saying that I
I
will
was
visit your
visiting your
home
home
as well.
also.
And of course, Mr. Clement is saying thank you. We also have Marlon saying
To further the shell's life, so it's safe for consumption.
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 All right, very good. So he's telling us why is it that way? All right. So Marlon was just answering the question that we asked just now. All right. So this is a question, and of course,
With Marlon
Marlon is
saying
saying
we put on a stove so raw food can be palatable.
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 All right, Marlon.
Alright.
We're gonna accept your answer.
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
I'm in the back listening. It's okay, Mario. We're
It's
still happy
okay.
to have you. All right, and of course, it's okay, Marlon.
It's not
And of
Marlon. It's the lawyer's way. It's the lawyer's way.
yeah, I was just laughing at Marlon's answer. And of course, we we are here with, let me see. So name some of the food you keep in your fridge.
Yes.
At least one or two things that you keep in your fridge.
One or two things. Name some of the food you keep in a fridge.
All right. So in the fridge, I would normally in the fridge I would keep my carrots, my lettuce, my vegetables. Huh? So, and of course, what do I keep in the fridge? When I make my lovely smoothies, I put them over there. And of course, Dijonae loves to eat popsicle and ice pop. So I always put it in there too. Sometimes I put the ice pop in the freezer, and sometimes I just put it because she's not to take too much icy stuff, and she loves to do that. Yeah. And of course, guys, yeah, what a lot more things we put in there, right? Put water. So we have cool water to drink,
Soda.
soda, other juice.
Other juice, fruit juice.
Yeah, a mayonnaise. What else? If
Hmm.
Dijonae has any pull biscuits, I'll put it in there.
That's for if I don't want anymore. That's the end.
Alright. And of course, what are
What's
number
our,
two?
what's our pots and pans made of? Ooh.
Alright, let me see what is here. Okay, so Clement said
Some
vegetable.
vegetables.
Yeah.
I think he's answering for the fridge
Yeah.
question. Alright, we also have Marlon, and Marlon saying chicken, melon, and cabbage. Ooh,
And of course, as you see, Dijonae loves KC
I
chicken.
love tasty chicken.
And of course, you see, whenever she's eating, sometimes I have to take it away and put some in the fridge. This girl, she will sit and she will eat and she will watch cartoons. Alright? So you're not wrong with that one. You're not wrong with that one.
No, you're not.
And of course, guys, that is that for that. And of course, we're gonna wrap up with one story. And
One
this
story.
story that we're gonna be wrapping up with tonight on Read Aloud Friday, we're gonna be wrapping up with this.
6 food groups.
And we have a passage here, and it is about the 6 food groups. All right, this is about the 6 food groups. And of course, it is a question and answer segment, and we're doing reading comprehension. This is to think, this is to test to see if you remember a lot from oral reading comprehension, because basically we're doing oral reading comprehension right now, listening comprehension, and of course you're gonna listen, and of course you're going to answer your questions. Alright? So let's hear Miss Garden read it for you. So the title for this passage is about the 6 food groups. So we're talking about the 6 food groups. The foods that we eat, they are from 6 food groups, right? So in order for you to know which food group the foods that you eat are from, if you didn't know, this is a good opportunity for you to tune in and to listen. All right? So when you go to the doctor and the doctor say to you, you need to eat less fatty food, you need to know what food the doctor is talking about. When the doctor say eat a lot of fruits, you need to know what are fruits and what are vegetables. All right? And also you need to know food from animal sources. And of course, you need to know your legumes, and you also need to know your staples.
And you also need to know your dark green, leafy, and yellow vegetables.
Alright, so we're going to be zooming in on that right now.
The 6 food groups. Nutrition is all the food we eat and the different ways our bodies use this food. Food is made up of nutritions. Nutritions are substances that the body uses to grow and keep healthy. No one food item has all the nutrients our bodies need. We must eat from the 6 food groups so we can get what is called a balanced diet.
So we have to eat from the 6 food groups in order for us to get a balanced diet, right? So when you are cooking, please do not put all the staple food in the pot and then say that's a balanced diet. No, it's not.
No,
you are to eat from the 6 food groups. All right? So let's go ahead.
Everything we eat and drink is called our diet. The 6 food groups are staple foods.
So we're zooming in on staple foods now. What are staple foods? What are we talking about when we talk about staple foods?
Such as rice, oats, ground provisions, and wheat products.
So we're talking about the yam, the dasheen, the cocoa, yes, the Irish potato. We are talking about the ground provision. All right, we're talking about the rice, the oats, the wheat products. Those are called those are examples of staple foods, right? And let's look at the legumes now,
which are peas, beans, nuts.
So you have nuts. Yes. So the peanuts.
You also have peas and beans.
Example, we have the
gungo and the peanut.
Alright. We also have
dark green, leafy, and yellow vegetables.
And we're talking about the
callaloo and pumpkin.
Now we're talking about
food from animal sources.
So food from animal sources are food that you get from animal. Yes? So let's look at some.
Fish, chicken, duck, beef, milk, cheese, and eggs.
Yes, so those are food from animal. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. So we also have fruits.
such as mangoes, ripe bananas, limes, soursaps, pears, and tomatoes. Now we have fats. These are oils,
Margarine,
butter, avocado, pears, and fats we get from the meat and fish we eat.
alright? So now is the question and answer segment. Alright, so you're going to type A, B, or C when we ask the question, alright? So this is the question and answer segment. Alright, get ready for this segment. So the first question is nutrients.
Are used for
A,
malnutrition,
B,
growth and health,
C.
stopping growth.
What are nutrients used for? Is it A,
Malnutrition,
B,
growth and health,
C?
stopping growth.
What it is used for? Type your answer in the chat.
Okay. I see Philip Green in the house.
Hi, Philip Green. Mega welcome to you.
And Philip Green said B. B is the answer. Philip Green said B is the answer. Good job,
Welcome, Philip. And of course, Philip was in the back. Philip is a silent viewer. Yeah?
Yes.
All right. And of course, the Dynamic Lady Girls, they are welcoming you, Philip. And Philip is saying B is the answer. And of course, nutrients are used for growth and health. All right. So number 2 question is
There are
dash
food groups.
How many food groups do we have?
Are there 5?
That's A,
6,
B,
or 8?
C. So is it A, 5,
B,
6, C,
8?
8. How many food groups we have? Marlon saying B. I think that's for number 2. Well, that's correct for number 1 as well. And of course, Marlon is also saying B, and that's correct for number 2. We have 6 food groups. All right, so Marlon, if it is number 1 you're answering, you get it right. And if it is number 2 you're answering, your answer is also correct. All right, and of course,
the
Moya's way, they are saying,
bye guys, it was a pleasure being here. We love having you, the Moya's way.
Thank you for coming, Moya's way. Thank you so very much. We're happy to have you. And of course, we also have question. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, so that's Philip again. That's VR. Thank you. And of course, number 3.
Everything we eat and drink is called our A, diet, B, water, or C, bodies.
Everything we eat and drink is called our
diet, that's A, water, that's B, or C, bodies. Check your answer in the chat.
And of course, Marlon is saying that C. Everything we eat and drink is called our bodies. Come again, put on your thinking cap and think about this one. Think about this one. Is it A, diet, B, water,
water, or C, bodies?
or C, bodies?
Yay! Senate Green got it.
Marlon, they are your diet.
It's, it's,
It's
your,
your diet, right?
it's your diet.
Right. Number 4 now.
Food is made up of
A,
iron,
iron, B,
balance, or C,
nutrients. So what is it that food is made up of? Is it A, iron,
D, balance, or C,
nutrients?
Check your answers in the chat.
Let's see what Marlon is going to send right now.
Let's see what Marlon's going to send.
And of course,
we see Philip Green, and Philip Green said C.
All right, so what the question was, food is made up of A, iron, B, balance, or C, nutrients. What is it that food is made up of?
Food is made of nutrients.
And of course, food is made up of nutrients.
Good job, Philip.
So that was Philip. Philip had sent in the answer earlier. And of course, Dynamic Lady Girls, they just copied the answer just now and they said, I'm barely hearing. You're not hearing us clearly, Marlon?
Are you not hearing us clearly?
I'm wondering if it is from our side.
I wonder if it is from our side.
Let us know if you are hearing us clearly now. Okay?
Okay.
I hope you are hearing us clearly now, Marlon. Let us see. And Marlon says C4 is where Marlon is. Number 4. Okay. Number 4 is C. Okay. Yes, you are correct.
You're correct. Good job, Marlon.
All right. And of course, number 5 says
the 6 food groups are A, staples, wheat, yam,
dasheen, cocoa, and flour. B, legumes,
animal sources, fats, fruits, vegetables, staples.
Or C,
fruits, fats, fish, cheese, milk, and beans.
We're asking what are the 6 food groups. So let's see for number 5 what's the answer. Okay, I'm happy you're hearing us now, Marlon. Alright? And of course, it is the
legumes, animal sources, fats, fruits, vegetables, and staples.
Alright? Yep.
And we see the Dynamic DD girls, and they're saying size B.
And here Philip came in copying from the Dynamic Lady Girls saying 5B. And of course we have number 6. Number 6 says
2 examples of legumes not mentioned in the passage.
And of course we're talking about legumes that were not mentioned in the passage, because in the passage we talk about peas, beans, and nuts. And we say some examples are gungo, and that's the gungo peas that you love to cook. And of course, we also talk about the peanuts. All right, so we need 2 others that were not mentioned in the passage. And of course, we have the melon seed and the pumpkin seed. We're talking about legumes now. melon seed and the pumpkin
Pumpkin
seed, that's
seeds,
C. B now, tin
tin
peas,
peas, and nutcrackers.
and that's B. And we have A is chickpeas
Chickpeas and broad beans.
and broad beans. And of course,
Marlin.
for A, Marlon, we saw your answer. I think you're copying from the other persons who are before you.
Yeah.
And number 6, it would be, the answer would be A, right? We also have the last question we have right here. We have the last question here. And we're going to stop right here for tonight. And the question is,
We get a lot of fats from some foods. Can you find a group here?
all right, so we're looking for a group of foods that has a lot of fat, right? So let's see. A says carrot, peas,
and cabbage.
and cabbage. And B says
beef, eggs, and cheese. And C says melon, orange, and butter.
all right. Which one is it?
Which one is it? Send your answers in the chat. Send your answers in the
That's
chat.
the last question for this night. All right. So we're looking for one with the most fat. And of course, that would be B. Why would it be B? Because it is the beef, the eggs, and the cheese. All right. So, of course, it was an awesome night. And of course, we enjoy this. We enjoy this passage. We enjoy this moment. We enjoy all the stories. And of course, it was a wonderful night. And of course, to Marlon, great supporter, we are happy to have you. To all the persons who came in earlier and left, we are still happy to have you all. And of course, we have Philip Green, the Dynamic Lady Girls. We have All New Perspective. We have Miss Maya Way, we have Clemens, we also have Miss Yards, and to all the other wonderful persons who are here with us, we're happy to have you. All right, it's been a long time, and of course, we are coming to you live from Dijonae's educational channel. I am Deborah K. I am Dijonae's beautiful mother,
and she is sitting there with her beautiful daughter,
your beautiful host,
and Disney Journey Garden, and you are on Disney Journey Garden's educational channel.
And of course, guys, we're going to love you and leave you right here. Over here, we say, education is the most
powerful mission to change the world.
And of course, remember now, you have to read today for a brighter
tomorrow.
And remember now, just wait. Good things come to those who
wait.
And of course, all you have to do is to sit and wait your turn. And remember that while you're sitting, you can't just sit there and look back. You have to push. Right? Push. Right? Push. But just push and wait your turn. Alright? We love you, 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 we love you. Alright? So until next time, we are gonna say what would. So join us on Tuesday for vocabulary reading at 6:30 over here on Dijonae's educational channel. And of course, guys, you will be seeing the members of Dijonae's educational channel, and of course, they will be listed in the description box. Feel free to go ahead and to connect with them. We have Minister of Music.
We have Sister Nisha,
which is Walking in Divine Purpose. And we also have
Auntie Nana, which is Triple C.
Auntie Dana, which is Triple C.
And we also have the Dynamic Gigi Girls.
And of course, guys, feel free to connect with them. All right, Dijonae is open for super sticker, super chat, and of course, super thank you. And of course, Marlon is saying,
I had fun. The reading was beautiful. Thank you, Dijonae and Mom.
thank you
Thank you
so very much, Marlon, for being here. And thank you for being a part of our educational family, the DJG Educational Family. All right. Until next time, walk good. Next week, join us for awesome videos and awesome summer school time.
Yes.
And of course, we will be having some great moments over here next week in our summer school. Thank you guys for making it this wonderful night. We love you. Until next time.
Bye bye. And as we always say, walk good.